Everybody, and welcome to Bren Event Center on the campus of the University of California, Irvine. Tonight we have the 1991 California Community College Basketball Championship. Tonight's matchup will bring the Rancho Santiago Dons versus the Compton Tartars. Good evening, everybody. I'm Christian Ramirez with Steve McElroy, and welcome to tonight's game where we're down to the Final Four with Rancho Santiago, the defending state champions, going against a very exciting team of the Compton Warriors. The Rancho Santiago Dons are coming in here with a 33-2 record. Last night they just obliterated Kings River and looked very impressive on the way. However, tonight they face an opponent that has much offense.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about Rancho Santiago's leading player, Christian, in the last night's game? There was one player that stood out and helped them to that impressive victory.
Corey Blunt. Corey Blunt is a very talented player down in the low post. He scores well, and he's very strong defensively. Number 54 for Rancho Santiago. 18 points and 22 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 blocks, and was very good. He also has another teammate, Eric Martin, who will be going to the University of Cincinnati with him, who is also presents quite a dominating force down low as well.
And on the other side of the floor, we have the Compton Tartars coming into this game off an impressive victory against Chabot. They held their lead up till the end and were able to come away with a 3-point victory. The key player, naturally, for Compton is their guard. It's Steve Logan. He led the nation in scoring with 37.8 points per game and 9 assists during the regular season. Steve Logan, the best player on the Compton Tartars. Also, they have the leading man in block shots in the nation, and that's Casey Brown. Derek Thomas has 11 rebounds, and they're really a spark club. They can play really hot and sometimes get cold, and that's how Chabot was able to get back into the ball game.
That's exactly right. Compton, throughout the beginning, they played a couple teams just to reach here in the Final 8. They're blowing teams out 119, 196, 108, 102, 82 over LA Valley. But then when you start playing against better teams, Steve, the defense really, makes a point. Like Chabot yesterday, they only beat them by 3 points. It was a tough defense that really will cool off a hot offensive team like Compton.
I really thought that Compton was going to win that game by 10 points, but they were only able to pull off with a 3-point victory. And there you see the Rancho Santiago coach sitting there, and there's a look at the squad of the Tartars.
Yeah, Dana Paget right there, who we just saw, is an excellent coach. He was at Rancho Santiago for a couple years and really has orchestrated a fine program. You're watching the Compton Tartars, an extremely individually talented team. Not only you have Logan out there, who, as you said, leads the nation in scoring, but he's being heavily recruited by all the major Division I schools throughout the nation. But they also have another player in Juan Verscher, who really can pump it up from the outside. Yeah,
Juan Verscher averages 22.5 points a game, and he also has 6 rebounds. So it's going to be a question of whether Compton can play an impressive ball game tonight. If they can give anybody a good match, but you'd have to say that Rancho Santiago is favored. And we'll be back in just a minute for the start of tonight's ball game coming up next.
Your local Century 21 Realtors, Rogers & Associates out of Chico, 345-6111. And Rogers Realty in Oroville, 534-5922. West Coast Lettering and Athletic Quality Products. It's quality service at team prices. 93.9 KFM Broadcasting. To all of Butte County, it's the home of rock and roll. Midway Deli and Pizza, serving the best hamburgers, pizza, and sandwiches in Durham. Pepsi Cola of Butte County, serving the area for over 50 years. The choice of a new generation. Oroville Flower Shop, beautiful floral designing. 2321 Lincoln Boulevard in Oroville. Rico's Pizza, 1751 Oradam Boulevard in Oroville. We deliver. Paul's Electric, your electrical contractor. Call 916-589-0228. And all the best video rentals and sales at 1815 Oradam Boulevard in Oroville, where all the name implies.
Back live here, Brent Events Center. Steve McElroy along with Christian Damaris in Rancho Santiago. The College Dons are going to take on Compton in just a minute. And Rancho Santiago, of course, the defending champions. The last champions that defended their title successfully was in the early 1960s.
And Leroy Porter, you just saw right there, the head coach for Compton, has really got his team playing very, very well. And when you watch them play defense, they're very aggressive on both ends of the court. Compton really applies a heavy man-to-man pressure, but they're a team that really relies on a lot of emotion. So Rancho Santiago could rattle Compton a little bit. That will really start showing, I think, will be the big advantage towards Rancho Santiago.
And there's the leading scorer in the nation, Steve Logan, being introduced first.
If you want to watch a player right there, watch this guy. Just keep your eye on him throughout the telegraph. Logan just fills it.
From Dominguez, number 12, Juan Verser.
Juan Verser, the second leading scorer on the ball club.
6'6", sophomore, Dominguez, number 44, Derek Thomas.
And there's the guy you're talking about, Derek Thomas, who is a very key ingredient to this team, big on the boards. Casey Brown, as you mentioned, Steve, is the leading shot blocker in the nation. You know, they had a very good year, 27-6. You know, got to be very proud. They went 12-0 in conference. And when a team averages 102 points a game, you're going to see, obviously, you're going to see a lot of offensive action. Vern Bragnick's right here is probably their leader right here. He was on the state championship team last year, and last night he had a fantastic game against Kings River. Glenn Green, another freshman right here out of Santa Ana from Modern Day. Great leadership throughout the whole guard play. And Brett Padgett out of UC Irvine. These three guards right here are sort of like Detroit Pistons guards. You know what they mean to this team.
Number 52, Eric Martin, averaging 23 points a game, and then Corey Blount averaging 19 points a game. So the leading scorers are the two big men.
Those two last night literally dominated, intimidated, cleaned the boards. They did it all down low last night against Kings River. Dana Padgett has coached, spent 15 years here, Steve, as the assistant coach for Rancho Santiago. Takes over in his first year and brings them here just one game away from the championship and the state title.
And again, we remind you, they're coming off the championship last year. One game to go in this tournament after this one. It'll be the winner of this game taking on Long Beach for the state championship in California.
Yeah, Long Beach and Rancho Santiago, I like to see that matchup because they're two teams that are very similar. They play strong D and they're both accelerate, push the ball up the court, but they also have the discipline to play great half-court offense.
Corey Blount and Casey Brown jumping center. Rancho Santiago has the ball, moving from right to left, and the first jump shot is good by big number 54, Corey Blount.
Right out the back, Corey Blount. It's going to be important for Derek Thomas and Casey Brown to make their presence felt down low. And here's Logan. Logan right off the bat trying to look for the first shot.
Steve Logan likes to take shots under pressure, as he does right there. No good on the 10-footer. He started off cold last night as well. Three-pointer, Rancho Santiago, no good.
It's almost deja vu from last night. Eric Martin and Blount right off the bat. They're their go-to guys, and they do everything offensively and defensively. The thing about Compton, though, they're a one-pass team. One pass and the ball goes up, just exactly like the first two possessions. Out right here, Brian Torrey makes it. Excuse me, Verser.
Yeah, Verser using the left hand, scoring the basket from 10 feet out. The two big men for Rancho Santiago, 6'9" and 6'6.5", both with great leaping ability. And the two leading scorers on the ball club. Here's a turnaround 10-footer up and good for Corey Blount. He already has 4 points, and it's 6-2.
Casey Brown right now is going to have to at least make Corey Blount hesitate or something, because right now Blount's getting the ball very easy down low. Casey's not fronting him or anything. Blount gets the ball and does whatever he wants with it down low. Like right there, that's how you're supposed to play down low defense. Eric Martin fronted the ball, swatted the ball away. You got to make at least a challenge for their team to get the ball down low.
Now they have it on top, wide open man. They'll take the three. Rancho Santiago doesn't hesitate to take the long three. Great rebound by number 10, Broadnox.
Yeah, Rancho Santiago's their big...
I don't think Corey Blount wants to shoot from that far out. Fortunately, they got the rebound. Batted away. Now the 15-footer. Over and off, no good. But look at these offensive rebounds.
When you give a team 4 times the score, it's obviously going to hurt you in the long run. But watch Logan.
Steve Logan, 1-on-2, decides to hold the ball up. And now he'll take it from the corner.
I mean, that guy right there, number 10, will shoot almost 50% from three-pointville.
Tarkanian was here for UNLV watching Logan last night. Logan will be playing for UNLV next year.
See, now Derek Thomas is doing a better job of fronting Blount down low.
The long-range shot is off, and the rebound comes out to Compton, and a bomb downfield, one-on-one, knocked out of bounds.
Well, I think Verscher just twisted his ankle.
Juan Verscher appeared to twist the right ankle as he fell to the floor, but it was not severe.
The thing that worries me about Compton, though, is if they fall into a cold streak for 5-6 minutes where they don't run a lot of time off the clock on their offense, you know, their ball's up in 10 seconds. Rancho Santiago could very quickly take a quick, commanding lead.
And we have a whistle and a foul on the drive.
You know, you hate to levy, you know, constant praise on certain players. But when we watch Blount and Martin, they're so smart when they get the ball down low. You know, you rarely see them make mistakes when they get the ball down low.
Together, they are probably the most dangerous team that I've seen in junior college basketball. You know, they don't have great size, 6'6" and a half and 6'9", but with their agility, they play like they're 5'10".
Well, Long Beach City, the team we just saw earlier tonight, will match up extremely well with these guys. You know, and you have Camper and Nelson down low. They're almost similar in size.
Probably the 4 best big men in the tournament, maybe in the championship tomorrow. Rancho Santiago wins this game.
Well, Cypress had a very talented man who's being heavily recruited throughout the whole nation as well.
7-5. The Dons are leading. Compton with the basketball. And there's the 15-footer that only goes 14. The rebound off to Martin. Steve Logan started off cold last night. He's missed a couple shots already here tonight.
Glenn Green, number 14, has the sole assignment of going Logan, guarding him man-to-man. I don't think he'll be able to do that all night. And there he is right there for 3.
The 3 from the corner, and an offensive rebound, and a foul on the shot. Eric Martin was fouled. And Derek Thomas just didn't have a chance down there.
Yeah, right off the bat, those two are setting the tone right there. Derek Thomas and Casey, they're going to get into early foul trouble, and if that happens, it's going to be a long, long game for Compton. You know, you hate to spell doom, and it's only 4 minutes into the game for a team. But I mean, if this pace keeps on going Rancho Santiago's way, I mean, there's nothing Compton's going to be able to do. I don't care how many points they score.
However, the score 8-5. It's still a close ball game, and if you'll remember the first game, Chabot was able to keep up with Compton in the same way. It appeared that Compton was dominating, but Chabot kept in the game the entire time.
It seems like Compton's one of those teams that, you know, they're cruising at such a high level that all of a sudden they go into a mental lapse for like a couple minutes. You know, they're in cruise control.
We remind you, Compton with the basketball now. They had a 25-8 run against Chabot last night. They're capable of strong spurts.
Oh, they're so explosive, so explosive. You know, that's just Leroy Porter's, you know, his personality really reflects his team. He's very aggressive and he's very outspoken, and that's where this whole offense and defense shows, you know, very aggressive, and they're ready to attack instead of being attacked. It's a double low pick for Logan.
Tony Curtis gets it over into the corner. The shot is no good by Verser. Offensive rebound. The Dons come up with the basketball. Shot no good from 22 feet, but another offensive rebound rejected this time, and now Compton will come away with the ball.
Great athletic play there by number 12, Verscher, on that behind, from blocking it from behind.
Logan hits the corner of the glass, and he's still cold. He's hit 1 3, but he's missed 3 other shots.
Oh, offensive foul. Good call. You know, when you look at Compton, you always talk about their offensive team, but right there, that really just demonstrates, you know, what great defensive, you know, play that these guys have. Tony Curtis, you know, really gave up his body, and he's feeling it right now, but that was an excellent defensive play. Got position and took the offensive foul.
I believe Brodnick's already has 2 fouls, and he will go out of the ball game after that charge.
Well, Rancho Santiago's coach, Paget, utilizes his bench very effectively. He rotates, you know, about 7 to 8 guys in there all the time.
Dish-off pass down low and an easy 1-foot basket for Casey Brown.
But if you notice there, Eric Martin, it was up there in the air. However, he was smart enough to avoid the foul.
Ball knocked out of bounds, and Compton will get it back. Great crowd on hand tonight. Both of these colleges are from this area, and their faithful have come. doesn't like to shoot, but this time he explodes to the basket.
Boy, Curtis is just blowing by Kudos. Kudos is having a very difficult time trying to keep up with Curtis. Both times, the last 2 times Compton had the ball, Curtis is bringing the ball up court, and right when he hits the half-court line, he shifts it into another gear, and Kudos is just trailing him the whole way. Luckily, he's got a couple big men behind him, to, speaking of Kudos, to help out. But if that happens, there's going to have to be a switch-up made by Paget.
Curtis really compliments Steve Logan. He doesn't really like to shoot the ball, and usually he'll explode and get an opening like you were just saying, but he'll usually dish the ball off.
Yeah, exactly. When you have a shooter like Logan who wants the ball all the time, you got to have one of those players that'll compliment him, and that compliment has given him the ball.
Rancho Santiago is trying to get the ball down low. Here's a turnaround 10-footer over and off. Skying for the rebound is Verscher. Now the Tartars taking as long as they have all game and trying to set up the offense. These teams like to run and gun.
Yeah, what Compton does when they're in that half-court offense, they just try to somehow get the ball to Logan. Right here, right before Logan got the ball, he was going through about 4 or 5 picks. Boy, that's excellent defense by Martin in the low post.
Green will take the ball up the floor.
Nice pass. Paget was completely intimidated by Verscher.
The turnaround 10-footer, no good by Blount, and then this jam by Martin.
Maybe he brought it home. Right there, Verscher, he completely intimidated Paget on that last series. When you start showing teams that you can literally block the ball and you can sky for the board, it makes the other team think, right, just for that, hesitating just for that half second, and that makes a whole difference when you're trying to score real quick down low.
The Dons lead the game 11-9. Compton has a chance to tie here.
So right there, you can't see on the bottom of your screen, there's a double-O pick coming off it, though.
Casey Brown with the 10-footer. And now we have a tie ball game. 14-13 to go in the first half.
A team like Compton, with their firepower, they're never, ever out of the game, like you mentioned earlier, Steve. They're so quick and so explosive.
Here's the open three, and they'll take it every time, and they'll gun and get every time. Brett Paget, the son of the coach, who averages 5 assists a game,
Broadneck, Green, Paget, and Kudos. They have open range to fire up from 3 anytime they want.
Little shake and bake action. Look for a shot, look for a big rejection, and then an offensive rebound.
See, a couple blocks like that by Eric Martin and Blount is going to make him think for a bit.
That's exactly what Tony Curtis can do. He can slash down low and then dish the ball off as he did that time. Here's the hook shot from 5 feet, no good.
Great position right there by Derek Thomas. Derek Thomas had his man blocked out. When that ball goes up and you're the defender, you got to find your offensive player and start feeling them out and trying to check out and get body position right there. And that's exactly what Derek Thomas did.
Well, you can see the advantage that Rancho Santiago has when they have their 2 great big men down low, their 2 best scorers, and then they got all the rest of the guys who can shoot 3-pointers. If they can collapse the defense, they can shoot 3s all night.
Yeah, that's what, they have the inside play and outside play. They're a very well-balanced team. The guy who just checked into the game, Elton Moore, number 40 for Rancho Santiago. This guy is just a very solid player.
Bad pass that time, stolen away by Elton Moore, who's in the game.
Rancho Santiago is just putting on a clinic on how to play low-post defense. Ooh. 21! That was a tough call. Even though Leonard Speed probably got all ball, that's from my angle, it looked like he got all ball. But once the referee sees the guy stick his hand in there for a reach, it's almost an automatic whistle.
Gerald Cole comes into the ballgame. If you look at him, he doesn't look like a 3-point shooter, but he is.
Now, Derek Cole is one of their best 3-point shooters. The guy is 6'5", almost 200 pounds.
There he is with the basketball. Does he look like a 3-point shooter? No, but he is.
He fools a lot of teams.
Here's the turnaround shot from behind the glass is up and good by Elton Moore.
Now, Elton Moore, exactly, he comes in there, he'll get about 6-7 boards a game, he hits about 6-7 points a game, and the guy just does everything. And right now he's fronting Derek Thomas perfect. Oh, nice shake and bake move.
Shake and bake, 360 spin move, but the shot will not go.
Boy, Blount almost should have got picked up a foul right there.
Elton Moore is contributing. He got the rebound that time. Here comes the big 3-point shooter. The bounce pass is not seen, and Verscher will take it away.
Yeah, Elton Moore had an easy bucket right there if he was looking at Cole.
Compton with the basketball, trailing 16-13, 12:08 to go. Steve Logan will gun from 3. The offensive rebound, it looked like a foul over the back.
I was going to say that if he didn't get called for that one, that would be the second time down court that he got away with the foul. So Logan is just not hitting right now. But he's like one of those he's just like a baseball hitter. He's got that theory. If you miss once, he's going to keep on firing right there. Now, right there, you're looking at the head coach, Porter, conferring with Casey Brown. And what he's trying to get him to do, I would think, is try to play a little better low post defense right there. Front him a little bit. And I'm talking about Blount, to make it a little more of a challenge for that ball to get down low.
This is Leonard Speed at the line. And now we have substitutions coming into the ball game. Brodnix comes back into the game.
Yeah, Vern Brodnix, he's one of the 4-guard rotation that Padgett utilizes.
Leonard Speed is from Compton.
It's almost like Padgett really molded this team somewhat very similar to like the Pistons. When you have Dumars, Isaiah, and the microwave Vinny Johnson. That's how he uses his 3 4-guards in this. It's just that he keeps on utilizing them, letting them shoot, and controlling the offense.
Rancho Santiago trying to work an open shot here. Aggressive defense by Compton. There's the open 3. Doesn't take it. Drops into 2 land and hits the 18-footer. Darryl Cole had an opportunity for 3. Here's the long outlet, overthrown and incomplete. Into the ball game is number 31, Joe Bertrand for Compton.
Bertrand is a 6'6" freshman out of Bourbon Day. And Bourbon Day, they had quite a few good high school players like Marcus Johnson coming out of there. Oh, that should be another foul, Blount. Boy, Blount is just playing dumb ball right there, and Padgett knows it.
Steve Logan happy to get the foul, but has to be upset with his play. I think he's 1 for 6.
Yeah, I think Porter's plan there was trying to really attack, Martin. Blount's got 2 fouls right there. And if he picks up his 3rd foul, we're still early in the game right there. There's still almost 10 minutes left. If Blount picks up his 3rd foul, it's going to be crucial for him.
First free throw up and good. Hits a little bit of the front iron.
That would be a huge advantage for Compton if Blount picks up a 3rd foul. That would almost neutralize him for the next 10 minutes of that first half.
18-17. Compton pulls to within 1 point. 11:19 to go first half. Brodnix with the ball. Dishes off to Cole. Stolen away. Compton gets the basketball back with a chance to take the lead.
Oh, excellent call right there. Mercer was trying to go baseline, but he did a little shuffle before he took off. Very smart move by Padgett. He took out Blount, coming back into the game as Martin. If Blount picked up his 3rd personal, boy, that would be just horrendous. It would put Padgett in a very tricky situation on what to do.
Brodnix with the ball. Looking for Cole, but Cole is well covered. A very high post being set up by Martin, but he'll dribble the ball and take the 15-footer and score it. Pretty good movement for a forward.
Yeah, I mean, that's his nice point. Everything he does is that he reminds me just of Purvis Ellison of now plays for Washington Bullets. He's very quick and handles the ball very good.
Leaning in, establishing position. Casey Brown with the basket on the return side for Compton.
Yeah, Brown had Martin posted up like there was no tomorrow.
And here comes that 3 we were waiting for, and it's nothing but net. Darryl Cole.
Cole will set up on that right wing like he's done a couple of times tonight and just cast away.
Almost losing his dribble is Verscher. A dangerous pass back out to Logan. Logan going for the shake and bake through the legs. Whips a pass into double coverage, and now Rancho Santiago can expand on their lead.
That's smart move, and you see Darryl Cole, he just drives exactly right to that spot. There's Green wide open for 3.
Wide open. And he'll hit that one. Glenn Green can hit those all night if you're going to give him 10 feet.
Yeah, Green's just an excellent outside shooter. He's from Modern Day, and Modern Day wants to get another powerhouse from the high school ranks in Southern Cal.
Tough break for Compton. They haven't been able to convert their last couple times up the floor. Now it's 23-19.
Well, this game is just so full of intensity. When you reach the Final Four in the state, Let's give me a foul right there on
This
number
is
21.
the type of game that as a player you have no idea how far into the game you are. Right now these players don't know if they're in the first half, the second half, or what the score is, the way the intensity is out there.
You know, it's exactly what you said, is intensity. When you reach the Final Four, it's just like you're almost there. You know, you can almost taste it right now, that it's so tough just to get there. I always thought when I was playing that when you're in the Final Four, the toughest part is getting to the finals. When you reach the finals, hey, both teams are going home tomorrow. So, I mean, the pressure's really off. This
That
is the
ball
most pressure game.
was pinned against the glass. It should have been goaltending, but an offensive rebound and a basket nonetheless for Eric Martin. It's kind of like getting 5 out of 6 on Lotto and waiting for that last number to roll down the trough. There's more pressure.
Good analogy.
And more anxiety.
Oh my. Oh my. Yeah, you hate to question the referee's call. But, I mean, Green was there stationed, standing straight up, arms straight up, everything, and still got knocked for a foul. You know what I think it is that Logan's such an offensive weapon, as you see him there ready to shoot his free throw, is that referees will give a great talented player like this gentleman right here the benefit of the doubt.
Rancho Santiago has been able to creep out to now a 28-19 lead.
You know, one thing that surprises me about Logan is that he's such an excellent free throw shooter as well. I mean, 85%. The guy is just a pure shooter.
Steve Logan had some trouble from the line last night. Has no trouble with the second one there. It's 28-20.
Yeah, yesterday he really he was just off all day. Almost seemed like yesterday. It was 4 out of 9 from the line.
Fakes the 3 and now drives, and he'll take the open shot, and he'll gun and make. It is amazing. Darryl Cole does not look like he can shoot as well as he does.
He's got 7 points. He's 3 for 3 from the field.
I'm not insulting him in any way. He just looks like he's kind of a big man, but he shoots like he's a little guard.
Seems like when he was in high school, probably, I don't know if his team was loaded with height or something like that. He had the wrong philosophy. I would say when you're that, 6'5", you should be a low post player. However, he's developed an outstanding outside shot.
Santiago now has a 10-point lead in the ball game, and Compton needs to find an answer here.
And that's why I said, if Compton runs into a cold streak, and like what Logan is that he's a little bit off right now. Rancho Santiago, just will peck away, and all of a sudden you're down by 10 points.
Logan gives the ball off to Curtis, and Curtis is yelling out a signal for the rest of the team.
And they're just clearing out right now for, that's a tough pass. Oh.
And he just couldn't have the touch in that one. Wide open, a perfect play, and it just didn't work out. And that's how it's going for Compton. Now a diving effort by Curtis.
Yeah, Logan is just stone cold. I mean, you see the Irvine this gymnasium, Brent Event Center, has just put a jinx on Logan. 10 out of 23 last night. Oh, my. They need a timeout, baby.
Brett Padgett just hit a three-pointer. Now it's 33-20. Rancho.
Leroy Porter's letting this game get out of hand. They've rattled off 16 of the last 18 points. And they are just stone cold. Leroy Porter, you better call a timeout. They're down by 13.
Rancho Santiago is hot. Compton very ice cold. And here's another 3. And that one does hit the rim and miss. Follows it up and just knocks over the Compton player.
He still should call a timeout. I can't believe Porter's really letting his team get, take this beating right here, what they're doing.
As we said, Compton ran off a 25-8 run last night. They're a hot and cold ball club, and right now Christian has the stat. They're just getting creamed in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you can't afford to have a cold streak against Rancho Santiago because the way Compton plays, they shoot the ball, at the 45-second shot clock, they shoot the ball with 38 seconds left on the shot clock. So Rancho Santiago, pretty much his last 2-3 minutes, they've built a 1-point lead, or actually a 1-point deficit into a 12-point lead.
Bertrand on the line, hitting his first, missing his second. Corey Blount in the backcourt wants to dish it off, and he does.
And Compton is not going to win many games from the line. They only shot 60% for the year from the free throw line.
Let's see if Santiago tries to burn any time off the clock here. They haven't done so far, and they're not going to at all.
Well, they ran the high post pick and roll right there. Beautiful. plate.
That was Kudus with the shot into the ball game, and nothing is going down for Compton.
This game's going to be over by the first half if Porter does not call a timeout. I can't believe it. He's letting his team just take a beating out there.
He doesn't look half as animated as he was last night.
Well, his team's getting beat by 14 points. Nothing too much to get excited about when you're down by 14. Now I think he's finally calling a timeout. Thank you.
We have a timeout on the floor with 6:45 to go in the first half, and you see the score there. We'll be right back. Back live here at the Brent Events Center, and there you see the coach with problems for Compton. 35-21 is our score. 6:45 to go here in the first half. And Mr. Porter there, the former athletic director, now head coach for Compton, is trying to get his Charters back into this ball game. They need a little streak. Steve Logan is probably the key. Steve Logan, I was just saying that Logan has not had a chance to get anything going here tonight, and his team follows as he does.
Yeah, you know, the team is really centered around Logan's offense. I mean, shooting ability. You know, you watch their offense every single time down the court. They're trying to get Logan free. And when he has gotten free, he just has to convert it.
And now Compton will take the ball in the inbound.
And Von Werscher is their next go-to guy, and he really hasn't had too many opportunities to score.
We haven't heard the Werscher name hardly at all tonight. And Curtis is going to drive, and Curtis says, hey, I want to get in on the action, and he finally makes the left-handed finger roll.
I think Curtis might be their man to go to because any of their point guards, Padgett and Kudus, has not been able to take him off the dribble.
Yeah, Curtis has had no trouble at all slashing to the basket with the ball. Santiago trying to work it down low. Here's a little hook shot, and it's beautiful. Corey Blount with the 8-footer.
Boy, that last offensive sequence right there was just beautiful. I mean, that's just art right there. How they moved the ball and how they got the ball to Blount down low, 2 feet away from the hoop. Got a 2-foot hook shot. There was nothing Derek Thomas could have done. That was just well-executed offense. Once again, now they got a triple pick. Now it looks like Curtis is the man they're trying to get to.
The shot bounces in and out, and that's how it's gone for Compton. Now here's a rebound, and a forced shot banks in for big number 44, Derek Thomas.
Not pretty, but if you're Compton, you got to take anything you can get right now.
37-25, 5:41 first half. Rancho Santiago running the offense very well here.
That's one thing about Compton. They're such a very emotional team. They have a huge cheering section here with them tonight. They really need them to get behind them right at the moment.
The bounce pass down low, stolen away. Regained, and there's the 8-foot hook shot again by Blount, this time from the other side of the floor.
Yeah, it was set for Blount and shutting up the Compton crowd. Blount and Martin. Both of them are just so well coached, you can tell they're well trained in the jump hook. That shot is almost unblockable.
Now here in the corner, taking the 15-footer, not even close. Werscher is ice cold. When you have your two best scorers, Werscher and Logan cold, it's really tough.
Yeah, this is turning it out quick.
There's a 10-footer, and once again, they might as well just tackle Corey Blount when he's at 10 feet.
I mean, he's got 10 points, and all of his buckets are unchallenged. Every one of the shots by Compton is being challenged. Right there, they got the ball 45, and the ball's up and off the rim with 38 seconds. That's on the shot clock. Compton, I think their goal right now, with 4.5 minutes left, they're down by 16. I think it'd be a very, oh my. What an athletic move by Moore. I think their goal right here for Compton is trying to get this game within 10 by the halftime.
I was curious to see what you would say the goal would be. My goal would be just not to lose any more points right now and try and come up with a new game plan and pray that your two best scoring players get hot in the second half.
Yeah, because, I mean, they're doing everything to get him the ball. But, I mean, look at it. The guy goaltending.
Casey Brown upset with the goaltending call, but I don't know why.
One thing they got to change. Oh, that was goaltending. The ball is coming down. One thing they got to change for Rancho Santiago, for Compton, they got to front these guys, man. The ball, whatever Santiago wants to get the ball down low, Blount and Martin get the ball very easy. I mean, they're pitching tent down there.
Here's a shot from the corner, up and no good. Logan just is cold. And now Curtis is trying to do something on his own, but he's double-teamed and the ball is stolen away, and it'll be a jump ball. Rancho Santiago naturally gets the possession. It's their turn.
Rancho Santiago last night against Kings River played a very average game for them. Right now, tonight, you are seeing just a much, much better team than they were last night. Last night, they probably had the early tournament jitters, but tonight, they have just turned it up another notch, and they are going to school on Compton. And watch this, baby.
Broadnex took it all on his own across the court. A solo act for two.
Whatever they want to do right now, they are just teaching Compton a lesson. I think Compton's hearing school bells right now.
Curtis has it. Verser, who's been cold, struggles to get the three off and makes it.
Well, with 10 minutes left, this game was somewhat close. In the past 7 minutes, Rancho Santiago's rattled off almost 25 points compared to 8 for Compton.
Broadnex takes it again down low. This time he'll dish off, and here's the turnaround. It's rejected this time. Up the floor quickly. Logan goes to the basket, and he'll lay it up too hard. That exemplifies everything that has happened in this ball game. Logan missing a layup. The leading scorer in the nation missing a runaway layup.
You hit the nail right on the head. I mean, if that missed layup doesn't show what the heck's going on in this game for Logan, nothing will.
If you had 3 seconds to summarize it on the evening news in Compton, that's what you'd show.
Ice cold.
It's really unfortunate. Every game in this tournament has been very close, so we're still pulling for Compton to make this one exciting.
Oh yeah, but see, Compton just can't, you know, like I said before the game, Compton can't afford to go in spurts. You know, because Rancho Santiago is just a very even-keeled team. Is that, you know, they come at you, they attack, they attack, they attack, and they attack. Whereas Compton yesterday against Chabot, they got lucky, really, because they went to their spurts and how they held off.
A lot of pressure in trying to throw the ball off the knee of the Compton player is Eric Martin.
And Rancho Santiago is just clicking on all cylinders.
Broadnex will inbound. He'll try and get it to Martin. Now he'll get it cross court.
See, once again, he gets the ball 2 feet away from the hoop. Eric Martin, you got to shoot that ball.
Yeah, Eric Martin, for some reason, didn't take the little 6-footer.
Yeah, I mean, when you're that close to the hoop, you're not going to get much closer. Shoot the ball. But once again, you know, Derek Thomas is letting him get the pass right down the low.
Broadnex is playing a good game here tonight, and he'll step to the line.
Yeah, Laverne Broadnex, he's such a leader. I mean, when he was on that team last year, he really demonstrated, you know, what it takes to win. And now this year, he's showing the younger guys, you know, the other freshmen, the Glenn Greens, for next year of how to reach this level once again.
Broadnex hitting the first free throw. It's now 46-28, 2:36 to go in the first half. Crowd really screaming, trying to get him to miss this one, but it doesn't work. Curtis brings the ball up for Compton.
You know, we talk about admirable jobs. You know, one thing is that Glenn Green has the sole assignment of stopping Logan. And right now, he's just shut him off. Even though Logan's been ice cold, Glenn Green is doing an excellent job fronting him down low.
Versher pulls from 3 and can't make the shot, but he bats it away, and there's the huge jam by Casey Brown.
Yeah, I mean, something like that might turn the momentum around. They need a spurt right here, about 6 unanswered points. However, Rancho Santiago has not let them unleash the spurt that they need.
Logan attempted to tie things up, but he committed a foul.
And Logan says a few words he couldn't do. That's one thing about Logan is that he'll get into the jawing war with people and try to bring them out of their own.
Corey Blount comes back into the game for Rancho Santiago. And also, Brett Padgett will come back into the ball game. Broadnex will sit down, and Eric Martin will also sit down. One-on-one situation. Eric Cuttis at the line. First shot, no good. That's Derek Thomas with the rebound. Up the floor now is Curtis.
I think this is a huge possession right here for Compton.
And here's Logan with the 10-footer, and he still doesn't have it. Offensive rebound, the shot, the foul, and Casey Brown will head to the line.
I don't think this is like every possession right now is obviously is almost a have-to-be situation for Compton. They have to come around with scoring points on every single possession because Rancho Santiago, out of every 5 possessions, they're going to probably convert 3 of them. Compton is going to have to play 100% every single time down.
Casey Brown hits the first shot. They're attempting to bring Eric Martin back into the game. And now Eric Martin has come back into the game. And Corey Blount was only in the ballgame for 1 series.
What a luxury Coach has. Well, I think is a great move by Padgett. Blount's got 2 fouls already. Why pick up a 3rd foul when you don't need him to? You're up by 15 points at the moment. You can afford to sit him on the bench for a bit. And here's that run of 6 points that I was just talking about. Here's their chance to have that run, except for not a very good shot right there. But if it wasn't for this man right here, Casey Brown, if it wasn't for Casey Brown, Compton would be in very, very bad shape. They're down by 13, but Casey Brown's kept him in this ballgame.
Casey Brown is the human highlight film out there. He loves to block shots, hang from the rim, the power jams, and he is the only Compton player tonight who is on from the field.
Except for Derek Thomas and Brown have got in front their low post players. They got in front of them on defense.
Foul number 2 on Derek Thomas.
But as Casey, Verscher and Logan, they keep on casting. They're not hot. I mean, they're actually killing their team more than they're helping them.
Bertrand comes back into the ball game now, and Casey Brown will sit down for a few minutes. A lot of substitutions coming into the game now. Actually, Bertrand came in, left, and came back twice.
1+1.
That Bertrand is just not the impact player that that Compton really is going to need at the moment.
Broadnex will check back in as Martin hits the first free throw to make it 48-34. A minute and 1 second left in the first half. Rancho Santiago is looking like they want to repeat as the California State champions.
It looks like right now they're on their way to at least having a chance to defend it in the state championship.
Second shot up and good by Eric Martin. And now Curtis will bring it up. Logan tries to drive, leaning in, takes the shot, and Logan is just so cold tonight.
Yeah, but look at that D by Green. Green was just all over him. A nice pass. Ooh, boy, Bertrand was lucky right there. One thing you notice about Logan loves to go to his right. When he gets the ball in the left wing or in the left corner, he goes straight through the middle. He's got to alternate his routes because I've seen that move this game 4 or 5 times, and we haven't got through the first half yet. There he goes again.
Logan
straight to his
again,
right.
taking the same shot, and an air ball by Logan.
He's killing his team right now.
Steve Logan trying to do a lot on his own and trying to keep swinging as a batter would do and trying to get a base hit, but he just can't do it.
But there's a stage in the game when you got to realize that, hey, you're hurting your team right now. He's got to do some other things to pick up his team. Make a couple of nice dish-offs. Make a couple of steals right here. He's got to come through in different areas of the ballgame because his shooting is not there tonight. And an excellent move right here. You watch Rancho Santiago. You got 15 left on the game clock. They're probably hold the ball for about 8-7 seconds left and then put the ball up. And right now for 3. And with 8 seconds left, they do it. Oh, the ball stolen.
Glenn Green knew he had the rhythm, but why wait when you can score 5 points in 10 seconds? Broadnex with that last basket. Compton is as frustrated as they can be. Broadnex scoring on the steal. The score at halftime, 57-34. Rancho Santiago with the lead. Wow, Christian is right. We'll be back with second half action in just a few minutes.
Has an extensive state recreation area. There is camping, boating, including a sailing launch ramp, There are 2 marinas that have supplies and boat rentals. Don't forget fishing. Swimming and picnic areas. Some points of interest are the old Bidwell Bar Bridge, the fish hatchery, and the Lake Orville Visitor Center. We have many recreational opportunities right here at Lake Orville. Come join the fun.
Your local Century 21 Realtors, Rogers and Associates out of Chico, 345-6111. And Rogers Realty in Oroville, 534-5922. West Coast lettering and athletic quality products. It's quality service at team prices. 93.9 KFM Broadcasting. To all of Butte County, it's the home of rock and roll. Midway Deli and Pizza, serving the best hamburgers, pizza, and sandwiches in Durham. Pepsi Cola of Butte County, serving the area for over 50 years. The choice of a new generation. Oroville Flower Shop, beautiful floral designing. 2321 Lincoln Boulevard in Oroville. Rico's Pizza, 1751 Oradam Boulevard in Oroville. We deliver. Paul's Electric, your electrical contractor. Call 916-589-0228. And all the best video rentals and sales at 1815 Oradam Boulevard in Oroville, where all the name implies.
Back live here at the Bren Events Center. It's halftime. Rancho Santiago leading Compton 54-34. Actually, on our scoreboard there, we have 57-34. We've been having trouble with the clock here at the Bren Events Center throughout the tournament. So the actual score is 54-34. They announced it 5 minutes into the half, giving us a lot of help. The shooting percentage for Rancho Santiago, they have a 55% shooting percentage, Christian. On the other side, it's Compton with a 32% shooting percentage. And there you have to go to their main man, Logan, who made his first three-pointer of the ball game, but since then has made 3 free throws and no shots.
Yeah, you look on the screen right now. You see where Compton's standing right there? That's where Martin and Blount have been taking all their shots. And that's the difference why Rancho Santiago is shooting 55% compared to Logan's 30%. Because Logan and the rest of the crew from Compton are shooting outside of three-point land, not looking to get the ball down low, whereas Rancho Santiago is shooting everything inside the paint. And that's just really the big difference down there, because Santiago is getting the ball so deep in the paint that, you know, they turn around and face the basket, they're 2 feet away from it.
Well, that's exactly true. Martin and Blount have 13 and 12 points, respectively. And then your outside scorers, naturally, when you're getting the ball within 8 feet nearly every position, when you do want to take a three, you don't have anyone within the same county as yourself.
Oh, exactly. You know, when they're shooting their three-point, you know, Porter's has got that team so run-oriented that when they take their three-point shot, they're shooting with just 7 seconds having expired from the shot clock, is that they have no offensive rebound opportunities because their men are still running down the court and are trying to set up and trying to get in the position for the boards, and they are unable to. Rancho Santiago, on the other hand, is just doing everything that their game plan is going to be. You know, they're looking for the three, but they've gotten the ball down low so many times that when things do collapse on them, they've been able to kick it out. One of the big surprises has been, you know, Darryl Cole. He went 4 for 4 in the first half, lit up, you know, really lit it up from the outside.
Darryl Cole was awesome in the first half, and we were just amazed at how great of his agility and how great of an outside shooter he is. On the Compton side in the second half, you have to look for the same thing. Steve Logan and Juan Verscher are just going to have to try and start making some of their baskets. This team doesn't have enough scorers, and they average 102 points a game, with those two averaging over 55 of those points.
You know, I think Logan right now is going to really have to start looking to dish off. See, like right now, he just forced up another shot. He's really killing his team more than he's helping them.
Fortunately, Derek Thomas was there to pick up the garbage and put it in. 54-36. Rancho Santiago gets the ball in the paint once again, and
3 feet away from the hoop.
The three-pointer, nothing but net.
I mean, that right there, folks, that is exactly what's been going on this whole game. They get the ball 3 feet in the paint, the team collapses, they dish it back out, and it's a three-pointer.
Curtis will attempt to drive. Curtis goes to the basket, and he has been impressive tonight. Curtis is usually very tentative about shooting, with Logan, the nation's leading scorer, in the backcourt with him.
Curtis right now is the guy that Rancho Santiago is having problems stopping.
strong rebound. Juan Verscher with that strong rebound, bringing it up the floor on his own. Two big men bringing up the ball now.
I'm very shocked that Porter hasn't really came up with a game plan to stop Rancho Santiago from hitting the ball down low.
Cross-court pass.
See, they got to get somehow to get Curtis right there, who just gave up the ball to Logan, an opportunity to drive and operate the ball one-on-one.
Here's a drive. The ball kissed off the glass. Offensive rebound. Going back at it. That one is swatted into the second deck by Corey Blount.
Wow, those two guys, they're just the window cleaners of the tournament so far. Anything that goes inside against them is getting rejected.
Corey Blount with the block. Now the inbound will come. Casey Brown was trying to be effective down low, as he was a little bit with some success in the first half.
Yeah, but it's just that, after a while when your shot gets rejected every couple times in a row in succession, you're going to stop hesitating.
Taking a long time to throw in the ball now. 18:40 to go here, second half. 57-38 is our score. Rancho Santiago in the lead, and Compton has the ball. Curtis takes the inbound, gives it off, and here's the three-pointer, short.
Well, I would love to know what those two guys who just took shots, that could be an offensive foul, and it is. Boy, Compton has not changed one thing from their game plan, and this 20-point lead could be a 40-point difference within the next 5 minutes. I can't believe they have not done one thing different. You still have Logan and Verscher shooting bombs away, not looking down low for the other players, and they're just off tonight.
Rancho Santiago much more patient on offense. They'll look to get it down low as they whip a pass down low.
Here we go.
Another 3-foot hook. That one's goaltending again.
I mean, the guy's getting the ball 2 feet. Nobody's even bumping him. It's ridiculous.
Christian showing tremendous frustration here. And you can just see it on the floor.
Yeah.
Another steal. Rancho Santiago up the floor, but it's stolen away. Now they get it back. They have a 3-on-2.
These next 18 minutes are not going to be pretty. And baby, that is just,
Glenn Green with the basket. 62-38.
This game is going to be an ugly one right here for Compton.
Verscher has the basketball. Look for him to shoot. He will. And he's off again.
Well, I guess what Porter's thinking is that he's going to stick with what got him here. And Brown knocks that bingo. Oh, that looked like that was right on money from our angle. He shot right in front of us. Oh, offensive foul. Excellent call. Excellent call.
Well, there you see Brodnex for one of the rare times missing a 3 on our end of the floor, but then going back and drawing the offensive foul.
Man, Santiago, you hate to just, again, beat a dead horse, but man, they are looking so impressive. So impressive.
Padgett will bring the ball up.
See, Brodnex right there. Logan loves to go to his right-hand side, and this time he did it. Ooh, Green wide open on the give and go.
Green a little bit too strong with the shot. And now Compton will race it back up the floor. He's fouled, it counts. Casey Brown going to the hole.
Yeah, it seems like every time Logan does give up the ball, something positive is happening for Compton.
Casey Brown having a little bit of a success there. Eric Martin and Corey Blount have done a great job with him tonight.
Yeah, really, Casey Brown has been fantastic offensively. Just defensively, Porter just has the wrong game plan. They're not fronting or anything down low. However, Brown's really sort of been the inspiration for them on offense, he and Curtis.
Elton Moore, number 40, comes back into the game for Rancho Santiago. Corey Blount will sit down for a moment.
Again, Compton not a very good free throw shooting team. However, right now, Brown is 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4.
62-41, 17 minutes to go in the ball game. Rancho Santiago.
And when a team presses like, Compton's resorted to, when you press against a team like Rancho Santiago, nice head fake.
That head fake faked him out of the building. He probably wishes he didn't use that head fake because it's crushed to the floor by Curtis.
Yeah, when you press a team like Rancho Santiago, man, they just feast on it. And I remember when, playing in high school, is that whenever a team threw a press at us, man, we would beat it so badly that we would just, we'd score quicker and more often off it. And that's what Rancho Santiago will probably end up doing against Compton's press.
You saw Curtis there smiling, helping Brodnex off the ground.
You know,
Go ahead.
as a coach, you know, Coach Padgett, you want your team to click right when postseason starts. You know, you don't care, you know, what you're looking like in February or actually, you know, December and January. As long as your team keeps improving. So when you reach the postseason, when conference ends, is that your team is really about ready to peak. And right now, Rancho Santiago, you cannot play much better than they have tonight.
Well, the great thing you're seeing is it's obvious that Compton is having a really bad night, but Rancho Santiago hasn't dropped to their level at all, which you see in many games.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, Compton's a very, very good team, but they're just getting schooled right now. That might be the first mistake I've seen Santiago do all night.
But Logan, once again, is cold, and he still hasn't made a shot since his first shot of the game.
But he had a 4-on-2, and Broadnax is open for 3, but get it down low. He does it. Look at that ball movement. Baby. Oh,
You
baby.
could feel it coming. You knew that basket was good on the passing. Textbook play.
That's Green's 4th three-pointer of the night.
Curtis with a bounce pass over in the corner. Here's a long-range shot over and off and over the backboard.
Oh, baby.
Leonard Speed with the shot.
This is going to be an ugly way for Compton to end a very, very fantastic season. You know, you hate to write it off. We still got 16 minutes left. But the way things are going right now, I mean, you'd have to be blind to not figure out that this Rancho Santiago's not going to put this thing away. But they already have it.
Padgett with the bounce pass down low to Moore, and then a dish off, and then the slam dunkaroo by Eric Martin.
Right there, you know, Eric Martin was wide open. No one had him blocked out. No one made contact with him again. They had to give and go. There's no help on defense.
Curtis on the other end of the floor.
And watch Rancho Santiago right now just kill this press. Get the ball out of the corner, though.
A powerful drive to the basket. Padgett with the basket.
You know, Padgett didn't even hesitate going to the hole against Casey Brown right there. You know, the thing is, you know, they have a lot of respect for Brown, but when you go against Martin Blount every single day in practice, you get used to going up against people who are great shot blockers like Casey Brown.
The confidence is growing and growing for Rancho Santiago. Hopefully their heads won't swell too much for tomorrow's championship game.
Yeah, they're going to have a great confrontation with Long Beach, because Long Beach has two big guys like themselves. Oh, my.
Padgett shows that he can dribble, drive to the hoop, and now he can hit the long-range shot. Now it's 73 to 43.
It's almost how ugly can this thing get? And it is getting very ugly. Very, very ugly.
We'll be back. 73 to 43 is our score here.
10, 9. We have a go for main engine start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition and liftoff of Atlantis and the Galileo spacecraft bound for Jupiter. Houston now controlling.
Well programmed.
Roger, roll, Atlantis.
Roll program.
Back live here at the Brent Event Center. There you see Rancho Santiago and their head coach with nothing but happy things. Dana Padgett is thrilled, especially with his son's play here in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, the thing about Padgett, you know, exactly right. Well, he's got to be pleased with everybody who's playing, you know, for every single player on his team. But the thing is, what he tells his team right now is like, hey, let's play like we're down by 10 points, because you hate, you know, as a team gets, if a team creeps back into the game, you know, they start building that momentum. They cut the lead from 30 to 20 to 14 to 12, and the other team starts believing. But when you're ahead by this much, the head coach has got to tell them, and the players got to keep it in their mind and say, hey, let's play like we're down by 10 points. So that way, you know, they increase it to 40, you know, the 50 or whatever, how bad it can get.
Compton, who knows what they talked about. Logan is getting worse, and here's the power jam again by the most colorful player, Casey Brown.
I mean, Logan's not even close. Brown's converting a lot of his points tonight off Logan misses.
Brown with 16 points in the ball game. Logan still, I believe, has not made a shot since his first shot of the game, and he has had, I believe, 6 air balls, according to our statistician.
Yeah, whatever, you know, you might have double-figure air balls, because, I mean, he's, the way he's shooting tonight, he's lucky the Shark is not here. You know, one bad night does not make, you know, a great player like Logan is a bad player. He's just having one of those nights.
Well, the problem is averaging 40 points a game, you have a huge responsibility. You know you have to shoot the ball. You're the franchise. When he goes to UNLV, he won't be the franchise. If he's cold, he won't shoot.
Yeah, but, you know, that's the first time right there Derek Thomas is fronting somebody. And they get the offensive rebound, they'll get a whole new fresh 45-second clock. But when, you know, when you're the leading scorer, and you're obviously the best player on the team, you got to be able to realize that when you're cold, you got to do other things to get your team in the game. And when at one point, he literally killed his team for about, you know, for a good 12-minute stretch because he just kept casting, so did Verscher, and that just literally let Rancho Santiago just build, you know, probably an insurmountable lead at 28 points.
Rancho Santiago using the clock here. Compton with good defense. Santiago can't make the basket.
What a well-disciplined team, though. That series right there ran off almost a minute 30 off the clock.
And bombs away from outside. And Steve Logan has hit his second three of the night, only his 9th point.
Yeah, it's funny. When you talk about Logan scoring, you usually don't remember all his shots he makes, but gosh, I can remember every single point he's made so far tonight.
73-48, Rancho Santiago on top.
See, now Derek Thomas is fronting us. Great help right there by Curtis. Boy, see that right there? That's excellent defense.
That was exactly what they have needed to do all game. They had people helping out, people fronting.
Yeah, that's the first time Derek Thomas or Casey Brown in front of somebody. When you front the guy, they have to lob the ball over.
Logan had no right to take that shot. There was a man in his face, and he was 10 feet beyond 3. Maybe 8 feet. Open shot, no good by Broadnex.
So back to the point. Now watch Santiago play good low post defense. There's going to be a foul right there.
No basket. Curtis will go to the line.
I'll sort of capture both of your points. We mentioned it down low. When you front the guy down low, a guy on the wing has got to lob the ball over. When the guy lobs the ball, you're going to have the advantage for weak side help. And that's exactly what happened. The guy lobbed the ball into his player. He had weak side help from his point guard, and also when the guy got free, he had not more weak side help from Brown, who swatted away the shot. And about Logan's shot from outside, that was just a brutal shot on his point, fading away from three-point land.
Curtis has the ball. You saw Martin check out of the game just a moment ago. And here's another three-pointer, and this one is good. Logan with his 3rd three-pointer of the night, but unfortunately that's the only shot he's had from the field. Great work by Corey Blount.
That jump hook is just magic for him. It's unstoppable. It's too tough to block.
75-51 the score, and here comes another three-pointer from Logan.
Wow.
And now the heat is finally being turned on. Too little, too late.
That's what we saw the other day against Chabot. Yeah, I think it might be one of those situations a little too late.
Leonard Speed was going for the steal, but he fouled Corey Blount.
Number 20, Willie Pittman checks in. In comes Curtis.
Willie Pittman comes in. Curtis will go out for Compton. Great pass down low, and
See, they're making things tough, though. I mean, before when they weren't fronting him, that was excellent defense there by Bertrand. Bertrand fronted the man, and he's getting weak side help all the time from Brown. That was a very questionable call. If we had a replay of that, it looked like Brown got all ball, unless they got something maybe with the body.
But notice, as you said, Christian, Bertrand in front, Brown behind, and the shot was no good.
At least you're making him earn it. I mean, he goes to the line, the guy, it's a little bit more tough to shoot a 15-footer than it is a 2-footer away from the hoop.
Second shot up and good. 76-54.
But you hate to be a team that relies on the three-pointer all the time like Compton does, even though you have an expert shooter like this guy.
Well, finally, Logan is hot. He was under pressure that time. But that's probably what the Compton fans have seen all year, and it's finally coming back.
That's an offensive foul. Oh! I thought Badgett was going to get nabbed for pushing off with his forearm.
Willie Pittman with the foul.
No, another thing about Logan is that, he's got 15 points, 12 of them from the three-point area. That really ignites the fire. When the team starts seeing its leader, which Logan is, catch fire, it lights more of a fire for his teammates.
Yeah, he has 12 points in just 5 minutes.
And you're seeing more inspired defense. Oh.
That one was swatted in a big way.
Now, what Bertrand did there, yeah, he swatted the ball, but when you come down and club the player like that, all you do is just swat it away, but he came down and just clubbed the guy with it.
He went for the George Foreman punch after the block. Caught the nose.
As you saw in the replay right there. Now, if you watch Darryl Cole, when he shoots from the free throw line, he's got an interesting technique. He takes a couple dribbles and he gets a little momentum and takes like almost a step and a half before he shoots the free throw. So you can watch him here on your monitor right there. So he's got, one back foot. Well, now you can't. But he takes a step and gets a little momentum before he shoots the free throw.
78-57. Rancho Santiago in control. They have been throughout this ball game.
Well, that's going to be a legal pick. Oh, my.
Logan sinks another three, but it was after the whistle.
Yeah, it's an illegal pick on number 20 from Compton.
Logan could probably run off about 20 in a row the way he's shooting right now.
Yeah. He was just threading. And that would have cut it down to 18. And it's tough to get excited, when your team, when most of the team had excited to yell about today, or cheer about, is when you're down by 18. But, if you get it down to 18, you got to get it down to 18 before you get it down to 17.
Glenn Green on the line.
For Compton, you got to start really looking at people who you want to foul on, foul for your team. Two people, person I'd foul would be Blount or Martin.
Both shots good for Green, and now it's 80-57.
Even though these players are, around the 70% free throw shooting, but the other guys, they shoot around in the 80 percentile. Well, that's a poor shot if I ever seen one.
Oh, the dunk is no good. The dunk effort by Casey Brown was no good after Logan really forced a three-pointer.
So a great pick by Blount. He's going to get nabbed for it. He was there about a half second too late as Blount did. He came over for the screen. I didn't think he was going to get caught with it because it happened so quick, but an excellent call by the referee as Willie Pittman really ran into a tough one.
Blount will head out of the ballgame.
I like to see the double low pick right here by Compton and try to get Logan free. They've only run about 3 or 4 plays, it seems like, the whole game.
Pittman dishes off to Logan for three, and nothing but
this guy has caught fire. The one that Pittman got nabbed for a illegal pick, that's about 5 or 6 in a row right now for Logan. I swear, Padgett comes so close to palming the ball. There's good defense right there.
That shot is over and off, no good. Offensive board.
Smart move there by Green. No, however, he throws it right away.
Versler with the ball. Back to Logan from 4. That one rattles out from about 30 feet. And that takes a lot of momentum away right there. Ball loose on the floor. Finally picked up by Eric Martin, but Versher is still cold.
Yeah, Versher, he wasn't that hot even during the season. He's only 40%, which is still very good. But, you got to get the ball to this guy right here.
The action is really picking up right now. Will Logan dish off? No, he'll take the shot and he'll score.
I don't think so. Now, I've been saying dish off all the time because he went 2 for 40 during the first half. Right now, he's made 7 out of his last 8, and the one he missed went in and out.
The Compton fans are going wild. It's 80-62. They pulled it within 18, and now Rancho Santiago will call a timeout to try and cool off Logan. And we'll be back right after this. drive at the Brent Event Center, 80-62. Christian thought that was a great timeout by Rancho Santiago.
Well, I mean, it was just a smart thing right there by Padgett because, hey, this is the most they've had to cheer about. Speaking of Compton, they've had to cheer about all night, and they're down by 18 points. You know, let's cut this thing off at the helm right now. Because you see Compton is a team that relies so much on emotion. And you just saw their crowd. You know, they're really into it for the first time all night. But what Padgett did and what Parker did not do earlier in the game, he says, hey, let's put a halt to this sucker, and let's concentrate. Let's get the ball down low right now. The man who's going to get the ball right now, guarantee, will be number 52, and they're going to try to get it to him in the paint.
Compton probably has the best fans here in the tournament, and they haven't been able to cheer about anything tonight until that play. And there's another play they can cheer about right there. Casey Brown.
Wow. Did you hear the crowd erupt right there when Brown, pinned it, that big thing? If Compton would have came for a three-pointer there, this place would have erupted. But what a huge steal right there by Elton Moore. That's something what I mentioned about Elton Moore. The guy does everything, just key little things that really make a team like Rancho Santiago not just be a great team, but a very great team that wins championships.
Brodnick's on the line. That shot is
That's a jump ball.
Short. And there's a huge fight for the ball, and Curtis tries to pull it away from Brodnick.
That's just great hustle by those two players right there. And Brodnick and Tony Curtis both just had great hustle for it. It ended up in a tie.
Comes in a wide open shot. Nice rainbow, but it won't go. Offensive rebound. Down low, the left-hand hook.
No.
They've called Brown for goaltending every time he has blocked a shot for tonight.
Technical foul discussed the Compton bench.
Oh, wow.
Compton's bench has been called with a technical foul now.
Wow. I did not see anything. I didn't see Porter or anything leave his coach's box. In college basketball, there's a coach's box that he crossed, but he went the opposite direction. Now, I would imagine that this is a two-shot technical foul, and they get the ball back.
Leroy Porter going over the line, and his assistant coach is trying to pull him back.
This could be a 5-point turnaround right here, Steve. First of all, that goaltending was very, very close, and the man who called it was from outside. However, then they nabbed him with the technical right after it as well. Makes a free throw. Now they get the possession back. This could be a 5-point turnaround. That could be from an 18-point game to a 25-point lead, which could be a 7-point turnaround in essence.
Well, Casey Brown is the leading shot blocker in the nation, and he's been called for goaltending on each one of his blocks tonight.
Well, they've been very consistent. The previous ones were obviously, I thought, were goaltending, but that last one was very, very close. Here comes a triple load quick for Logan.
Logan open from outside, over and off.
Oh, nice move by Casey Brown. Too hard, though, off the glass.
Casey Brown just didn't quite have the touch there. He was going strong to the basket.
You're exactly right, Steve, because that was just an excellent offensive rebound. Good move as well as he cleared Martin out of the way. However, he's just a little too rough on the inside shot.
You would like to see Rancho Santiago settle down a little bit here and try and run some time off the clock. But they'll try and whip it down low, and they'll get the easy 2-foot basket by Eric Martin.
Yeah, Eric Martin definitely knows what to do when he gets the ball down low there. He's got a variety, if you notice, Steve, throughout the game. He shows not just one, not just two, he's thrown about 4 or 5, and that's just a horrible shot.
If that's all that they have as far as offense goes here at the end, Logan will have to hit everything. Curtis takes a shot now.
Yeah, I mean, Logan just forced one up.
Rancho Santiago hasn't been trying at all to run down the 45-second clock. Ball kicked out of bounds, they'll maintain possession. They're working the regular offense all the way through the game here.
That's something that, a lot of teams do is that they become so patient that they come out of the flow of the game. Rancho Santiago, from the outset, they work their offense, they look for their best shot. When you're getting the ball 4 feet away from the bucket, you're going to have a good shot, the majority of the time, and that's what they're doing. So they're staying within their game, actually. Right now they have 20 left on the shot clock, but having the ball is knocked out. So they're taking the shot about 10, 15 seconds per span. And man, can that guy shoot.
Cole with the three-pointer. And here we are at the other end. And there's just Casey Brown is the world's greatest shot blocker, but sometimes his touch down low is a little bit tentative.
Did you just feel the air come out of the whole Compton team right there?
They were expecting a jam, and they got nothing.
Wow. I don't know if we can catch it on a replay, but as Brown walks down the court, seems like when he got the ball, I thought he was a little closer to the hoop than he actually was.
They were expecting a jam, and they got dry toast.
Good one.
Corey Blount on the
Big Mac
line.
coming up with the lines.
88-62, 5:57 to go.
That's why I said just a little while ago, Steve. I think Martin and Blount are the two guys that they're going to want to foul, speaking of Compton, for them to get to the free throw line.
89-62, Compton rushing it up the floor.
Now, Versher, I mean, he's not even, look at that.
Under that kind of pressure to be taking a shot from 25 feet. But Logan can hit him every once in a while.
You know, the thing about Logan is, like, it seems like the pattern is that when he's missed is when some guy's in his face. But if you leave that guy open for just maybe a split second, he's going to fill it. You know, he only had 6 points, or I think maybe 3 points at half. He has 26 points right now.
Yeah, he had 6 points at halftime. He has 20 here in the second half. He only had one basket from the field in the first half.
But there's just not enough time. You know, they're down by 24 right now. Still very exciting, however. They only got 5 minutes left.
Yeah, this has been an action-packed game, despite the score. An attempted foul, but there's no call there, and Broadnex will take the shot and doesn't get the roll. Up the floor now, Logan has it.
Oh, there's a foul.
Pettis with the foul.
Foul started number 22, Eric Kudis, third personal, fourth team foul.
Kudis with the 13th foul for Rancho Santiago, so they're in no trouble.
You know, when you watch Logan, as he is about ready to shoot his couple of free throws here, it's like he looks right in the player's eyes when he's defending him. Now, if I was defending him and I saw him coming at me, especially at this stage of the game, say, hey, you know, you don't fade away from him because he's looking for the three. You just stay up on him, you know, make him bump the guy or something, so make him drive around you. Because he runs into traffic. When he runs into traffic, that's when he has a lot of problems.
89-66 is the score with 4:55 to go. 89-67 now. Rancho Santiago has done a good job the last 2 times up the floor in burning some of the clock.
Yeah, you know, you look with 4:45 left. You know, you got to figure that it's going to be about 6-7 more possessions for Santiago, and that means, you know, 7 possessions for Compton. There's just not enough time right here. Even if Compton scores every single time and Rancho Santiago doesn't score a point the rest of the game. Good call right there by the referee.
Yeah, if Compton has any ideas on winning this ball game, they would have to foul right away on each play and just look for horrible foul shooting. But that would make for a long conclusion to the game.
And we don't want that. And neither does Rancho Santiago, actually. And it seems like Compton doesn't know how much time's left in the game. When you're down by 20 some odd points, well, 24 now, and not fouling. Well,
Corey Blount with the basket from 2 feet. We've seen that many times tonight. And that is a forced 3.
see, that's the pattern. When you're in his face, you know, the good defense that Santiago's been playing, he's not going to pump it in. Or he has it tonight. But if you get that guy just a half a second, Logan will fill it. Don't shoot it. Oh, but he does.
It rattles around and out.
I mean, you're not looking to score points if you're Rancho Santiago. Oh, foul. That's a bad. If you're Rancho Santiago, I don't know why Kudos fouled right there. You want the clock to keep running. You don't want them to score with the clock, you know, no time elapsing. And for Rancho Santiago, for Broadnex to take that shot, again, you're not looking to score points. You're just looking to kill seconds on the clock.
Logan heads to the foul line. And in the newspaper under his points, you will have no idea how bad his first half was. He got his shooting percentage up here in the second half, and he has over 20 points.
Yeah, you know, you mentioned something about looking at the stats. You look at him, he had 26. Yeah, those a lot of points, whatever. He's gotten his points, you know, but he might have taken 40 shots right there. You know, to make 13 out of 40, that's a horrendous shooting percentage. You know, going back and reviewing this game, there's been a couple things that I thought were the key factors. Early in the game, with 16 minutes left in the first half, Blount picked up his second foul. And I think he made the key move of the game was Dana Padgett. He took him out. He yanked him, because if Blount would have picked up his third foul, that would have been huge in Santiago's game plan right there. However, Padgett made a great move and took out Blount. However, on the other hand, I think Porter, the head coach, speaking of the head coach of Compton, he let his players take a beating while they were out there for a good span during the first half. He let a very close game get away from him and did not utilize a timeout. Hey, we're on television, but hey, baby, we don't give you TV timeout. He should have called a timeout. Then right back on the other end of it, Compton cuts the lead down to 18 here in the second half. What does Padgett do? Yank away. He calls a timeout. The momentum stops.
And they haven't been able to recover at all since that momentum stopped. And now we have a foul by Yamani, who is into the game. A lot of substitutions for Rancho Santiago. Dave Yamani's in the ball game. Corey Blount has gone out of the game, and also Daryl Cole, who has played a great game, is out of the ball game now.
Yeah, exactly. You know, great bench play, you know, from the 9 players. You know, Padgett uses 9 players very effectively. But Padgett, you know, you look at his players, God, they play great. But you got to look at Dana Padgett. He had an outstanding job coaching today, and you can see why. You know, the guy has over a 600 winning percentage throughout his coaching career, and spending 15 years on the bench behind Ron Frazier. He definitely learned a few things because he did an outstanding job, and I think that might have been one of the bigger differences. He outcoached Porter tonight. Porter's a very good coach, however, he got outcoached by that man over here sitting right across from us.
And we have a little break in the action. 91-73 is our score. 3:02 to go in the ball game. And we're going to take a short break right now, and we'll be back for the conclusion of this ball game. Back live now, Brent Event Center, 91-73. Rancho Santiago has dominated throughout the ball game. Steve Logan hit 8 3-pointers to try and bring his club back, but a timeout by Rancho Santiago, and they were back on pace.
Yeah, I just got done, you know, talking just exactly about that, Steve. It's just, you know, great timeout. However, now you got to start looking ahead for Rancho Santiago. They're coming up against Long Beach City College, an outstanding team. You know, they came in ranked as the 4th team in the state, where Santiago is number 1. And now you got to figure out how will Long Beach match up against Rancho Santiago? Rancho Santiago has the great balance, but so does Long Beach City College. You know, they had a couple players out there tonight for Long Beach City College, named by Campers, and but the other guy's name sort of slips the old memory right off the bat. Oh, and Terry Nelson. Victor Camper and Terry Nelson. Both great size, 6'9", 6'6". Camper, 6'9", 260-pounder. And he's going to match up great against Blount. And Martin will match up great against Terry Norris.
There's a foul in the basket. Rattles around and out. No good.
Excuse me, Terry Nelson will match up great. And then you got to look at the guard play. You know, we've been looking at outstanding guard play from Glenn Green and Laverne Broadnax and Brett Padgett and Eric Kudos. You know, great all-around play from those 3 guys, you know. And Padgett utilizes them very effectively. But you look down, you know, Domain Powell for Long Beach City College, Melvin Jones, Rob Goodman, Carol Thompson. Carol Thompson, an excellent outside 3-pointer. So it's an outstanding matchup for tomorrow night's championship game. You know, looking at these games the past 2 nights, these are definitely the best 2 teams in the tournament.
Rancho Santiago has the two big men that are good players, but their guards are so well balanced, they can throw so many different things at you. That has been Compton's problem here tonight because they only have Steve Logan from the backcourt for their scoring.
Well, yeah, Verscher just had an off night. Logan, yeah, he got his 27, 28 points, whatever, but it took him 48 shot attempts to do that. However, like you were mentioning, the great guard balance. And then you have a guy named Daryl Cole who doesn't look like a guard or a forward, looks like a low post player who, for the boards, who wide open for a dunk.
And that dunk is hard off the back iron. Eric Martin trying to get the jam. He's fouled.
And Verscher won't let him do it. But, so they're going to match up great against the Thompsons and Demaine Powell, who's a great court leader, great court central. He's out there for Long Beach City College. So tomorrow night's game is going to be a very exciting, close game to call. But you got to give the edge to Rancho Santiago. These guys are playing at such a level that I don't think that Long Beach City College is going to be able to maintain for 40 long, hard, grueling minutes. I don't think Long Beach City College is going to be able to maintain that level.
Rancho Santiago would have to be the favorite going into the game, and they are also, as you said, the number 1 seed.
Yeah. But I can't really see him as much more of a 6-7 point victory right there, going down to the wire, coming to the free throw line right there. That'll really decide the game. Again, both teams are the same coming off the bench. They have Elton Moore coming off the bench, number 40, speaking of Rancho Santiago, who does everything for him. But Long Beach City College has another guy who does the same thing for him. Sheldon Grigsby is a player in that category who does everything for that team that people don't really notice in the stats, but he comes up with a key steal here and a big rebound there that really helps out a very good team become a great team that wins championships, like I said.
Here Rancho Santiago just moving the ball around, and there we finally have a foul called against number 20, Willie Pittman. And heading to the line will be Daryl Cole. On the floor right now, it's just basically garbage time. Christian trying to draw up how exciting tomorrow night's game is going to be. And really, yeah, you're right. The teams are matched up well with two big men against each other, and then you got a lot of support players all around them that can come off the bench.
Yeah, right. And then you got to talk about people on the bench. You can talk about Dana Padgett versus Gary Anderson. Gary Anderson has been around in the junior college level for a long time. But he also has head coaching experience, at Fresno State and ASU, Arizona State. So you're looking at two very experienced coaches who know how to bring their team and who know how to prepare their team for each game.
Double clutch shot, no good. And there's going to be a foul called against Eric Martin. Substitution coming into the ball game.
Number 52, Eric Martin.
Kudus will come back into the ball game. Reporting out of the game will be number 14, Glenn Green, for Rancho Santiago.
And it is a class move here by, Compton. Compton's really still playing very hard. Still going after like they're only down by a couple of points. But now I think Porter's going to start clearing his bench and let some of the players who haven't really seen a lot of PT play PT this whole year get a chance to be in the state tournament. This is maybe a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for most of these guys right here.
Lepage Caver comes into the ball game.
If you do something real nice right now, I would take out Steve Logan here, give him the well-due applause that he deserves, because that guy is an outstanding player, and wherever he decides to go, that guy will be heard from.
Up the floor now, here's a cross-court pass. Rancho Santiago just trying to run out the clock without getting fouled here. Not even looking for anything down low, and finally here it is. The jam attempt. They will not allow that jam.
Yeah.
Willie Pittman with another foul down low. Second consecutive time he has done so.
We're not going to let them bring the show to town right in their hometown. Yeah, here they go. They're going to start clearing the bench.
Now, a whole slew.
These guys get a very well-rounded applause right here. And they do.
The Compton fans cheering. Curtis will go out of the game. Logan will... That's it, the end of the career of Steve Logan as he heads to the bench. Logan, the leading scorer in the nation this year. Here's a look at the replay of the foul just a few moments ago. on the line right now is Eric Martin. The Compton fans absolutely going nuts. Their team down 94-76, but they're giving salute to Steve Logan and the other players that are heading off. Tony Curtis also went out of the ball game in his final game. Casey Brown is out of the ball game. He's finished.
Yeah, Steve Logan's going to have a lot more memorable moments in his basketball career, and so it won't end on a disappointing note like it is tonight. Compton just ran into a great team.
Yeah, the Rancho Santiago crowd was able to cheer as they put in all their substitutes. 55 seconds to go. That's Blanco, number 43, that inbounded the pass. A lot of new faces in the game. Torrey with the rebound there. Kudus with the ball. Back over to Torrey. Torrey back to Kudus. Just working the clock again.
I'm glad they're not out there fouling everything. That's really just a bad way to end a season, just on the free throw line here, fouling all the time. Gives these guys a little opportunity with a nice full court bounce pass.
The 360 spin move, but we have a traveling violation.
You know, it's just so tough just to reach the Final Four. I mean, just reaching the final stage, the Final Eight. You talk about teams like Chabot, who's an outstanding club, who's here almost every single year. It's, it's tough when you don't get the whole pie, but you really get a taste of it. It's a lot better than being 2-32 or whatever.
Oh, and the long pass. Two players there that have seen very little action. Both wanted a chance for the breakaway. Salinger was going for it, and Haskett was also there. These players are out there scrapping for points. And that's the end of the ball game. Rancho Santiago looking very impressive. A standing ovation as they will head to the state championship game for the second consecutive year. The final score here, 96-76 is our final, a 20-point win. However, they were up by at least 25 for much of the night. For Christian Damaris, I'm Steve McElroy. Once again, our final score, 96-76. Tomorrow night, we'll see you for the final, Long Beach against Rancho Santiago. We'll see you tomorrow.
Here are your final score calls on this evening's ball game. First for Compton, Anton Curtis, 9.
Your local Century 21 Realtors, Rogers & Associates out of Chico, 345-6111. And Rogers Realty in Oroville, 534-5922. West Coast Lettering and Athletic Quality Products. It's quality service at team prices. 93.9 KFM Broadcasting. To all of Butte County, it's the home of rock and roll. Midway Deli and Pizza, serving the best hamburgers, pizza, and sandwiches in Durham. Pepsi Cola of Butte County, serving the area for over 50 years. The choice of a new generation.